Carlos Alcaraz withdraws from training before his match against Rublev. The young Spaniard felt unwell due to a lingering cold that has affected him for days, preventing him from being at his best against Ruud. Carlos Alcaraz's condition has not improved at the ATP finals. The Spaniard withdrew from training on Tuesday before his match against Andrei Rublev, as he didn't feel fit enough due to a cold he has been struggling with for days. According to Spanish media in Turin, where the Masters tournament is taking place this week, Alcaraz lasted only 5 minutes on the court with American Andres Martin, a college champion, present as a sparring partner in the championship. Alcaraz lost to Casper Ruud on Monday in his opening match at the ATP Finals, marking his first defeat in 5 meetings against the Norwegian. After the match, he confirmed that he has been dealing with an illness for several days. "Before coming to Turin, I got sick. The days I trained here, I felt okay. Not great, but okay. I could play. I felt I could handle the rallies in practice, but it's totally different in matches. Today I didn't feel well, and this morning my stomach hurt. I didn't want to say it as an excuse, but yes, I do feel bad," Alcaraz explained at a press conference. His performance in Tuesday's session with Martin didn't appear promising, but the Spaniard will try to compete against Rublev in his second ATP Finals match. If he doesn't win, he will be eliminated from the tournament. Alcaraz and Rublev have met twice, with 1 win each. The Russian defeated him earlier this year at the Madrid Masters 1000, while the Spaniard triumphed in the ATP Finals group stage last year. The Moscow native also had a rocky start in Turin, losing 6-4, 6-4 to Alexander Zverev. Rublev has lost 4 of his last 5 matches, with his only recent victory against Lorenzo Sonego in the first round in Metz. Ferrero, Alcaraz intends to play, but it's difficult for him to be at 100%. Carlos Alcaraz's coach, Juan Carlos Ferrero, noted on Tuesday that the Spaniard's intention is to go out and play his next ATP Finals match against Russian Andrei Rublev on Wednesday, but it's difficult for him to be at 100% physically due to his cold. Right now, the intention is to go out and try to give the best he has. He can recover a bit before tomorrow, but it's hard to be physically at 100%. You never know, though, because things can change, Ferrero told Movistar Plus after halting Alcaraz's training session due to his ongoing physical issues. The former player explained that Alcaraz's biggest struggle is recovering between points. He started training a bit but felt just as bad as on Monday. "We decided to stop because pushing through an hour of rallies wouldn't help his condition for tomorrow," he added. The coach also admitted that the abdominal discomfort Alcaraz experienced in the match against Ruud was a combination of the cold and nerves. Those factors combined, and that stomach pain may have come from that. "The most important thing now is to rest well and recover. Colds change, and you can improve from one day to the next," Ferrero concluded. Alcaraz and Sinner in a candid interview. Although they are the new ATP stars, with most of the upcoming Grand Slams likely to fall to them if all goes well, Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner, aged 21 and 23 respectively, are still 2 young men. Both enjoy themselves on the practice courts and share a strong mutual respect, reminiscent of the relationship between Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer. The ATP is aware of their appeal and has taken the opportunity to bring them together for a head-to-head interview, where they discuss each other's strengths and weaknesses. The interview began with the question, "What makes me a champion?" To which the Italian replied about the Spaniard, "Many things, but I would say your mentality and work ethic." Alcaraz similarly praised Sinner's mentality and the way you played during good and bad moments. The next question was, "What shot would you take from me?" Sinner didn't hesitate, "That's easy, it would be your drop shots that land so close to the net." Alcaraz chose Sinner's backhand, "It would make things so much easier with your backhand," he said with a laugh. The questions were straightforward until they reached a slightly tougher one, "What shot wouldn't you want from me?" Both hesitated, but Alcaraz replied first, "Your volley." Sinner commented, "You have everything, but if I had to pick, it would be your serve." The video ended with a final question, "What's the worst thing about playing against me?" Sinner replied immediately, "I have to win the point 3 times, it's incredible, you're so fast and never give up." Alcaraz's reply was equally flattering, "You play each point the same, 9 out of 10 are identical, and that's also amazing. You never miss, which is a nightmare." Fans appreciated this friendly, light-hearted exchange, though they still love seeing them face off on the tennis court. Carlos Alcaraz draws inspiration from Ilia Topuria. "I admire his self-confidence." Spain's top tennis player, Carlos Alcaraz, has found inspiration in Ilia Topuria to work on his self-confidence. The 21-year-old, ranked 3rd in the ATP, had a rough start at the Masters Cup and admitted to dealing with stomach and fatigue issues against Casper Ruud. Despite the setback, which has stirred some criticism about his consistency, the young talent remains confident about his chances of bouncing back in this year's final tournament. Asked about a recent mention of Topuria, Alcaraz explained why the Matador has inspired him this year. "I thought of him for his self-confidence and the work he's done, especially his self-belief," he said. "People can say what they like, they can talk behind your back, criticize, or doubt you, but self-confidence surpasses it all," he added. It's hard to criticize Alcaraz's season after he won 2 of the 4 Grand Slams, adding Roland Garros and Wimbledon, along with victories in Beijing and Indian Wells, to his record. Now he aims to turn around his slow start in the Masters Cup. The Spanish-Georgian fighter, meanwhile, has been enjoying his own successful year, winning the featherweight title in the UFC in February and successfully defending it in late October. Ilia's confidence in doing such amazing things, making history in the UFC, is something to admire, and it's inspired me to believe in myself more during times of doubt, Alcaraz said of the 27-year-old fighter, who recently stepped out of the spotlight after his victory at UFC 308 in Abu Dhabi, UAE. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. At Tennis Zone, we're dedicated to bringing you the best information for the best audience, sharing in-depth analysis, exclusive interviews, and complete coverage of everything related to the world of tennis. Join our community and be part of the excitement of the tournaments with us. At Tennis Zone, we strive to bring you up-to-date and quality content about players, tournaments, strategies, and the most relevant events in world tennis.